All right, welcome to the Power Chat series. Today we have Nico Campagna on for the post show for the Toronto Internationals Tournament of Champions. Nico, how you doing today?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good. Well, excited to have you on. Great showing out. This is an awesome picture with your teammates, Impex, K Talk. Tell me a little bit more about how you guys did.
Yeah, well, we ended up not having a third from our team, so we teamed up with Colin Bastuba from Duvers, Michigan, and he ended up doing it with us. So we I'm comfortable with both guys. I've known them both for a long time, so I feel like our team dynamic was super fun, and we had a good time out there.
Cool. What were some of the teams that you went against?
The first team, both teams that we fought were kind of like a combination of like different people. The first one was a NMAC team, so
Okay.
the Toronto school there, and the second team was a mix of two Mexican fighters as well as Ryan from Straight Up.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you also won open weight, so congratulations on that.
Yes. Thank you.
Tell me a little bit more about how that event went.
Yeah. So that was a fun one. I fought a few fighters that I haven't got a chance to fight before, and yeah, it was just I was going into the event fairly confident. Whenever I'm fighting in Toronto or Canada in general, I feel like I always have a few extra people supporting me, so I always feel like I fight at the Canadian tournaments with a little bit more confidence.
So the home field advantage really is a thing here for you, in a
Yes, I
sense,
feel like it's,
at
yeah,
least for your confidence.
yeah,
Maybe not for the judging or anything like that, some people say, but cool.
yeah.
Okay. What were your thoughts on? So now you're from Toronto. Is that where you're from?
I'm from Ottawa.
Ottawa. Okay,
Yeah, so
that's
four,
where
4 hours
Ben
from
Clark
Toronto.
is from, right? That's the only.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Me, Ben,
Cool.
Robbie Lavoie, and a bunch of other guys.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, now how long have you been coming to the Toronto Internationals?
Since 2018.
2018.
Yeah,
So
there
I
was that
mean, you've
like
been
break in between COVID, but and then I was back at it in 2022.
cool. What were your thoughts of the event this year when it comes to turnout or just how it was ran, things like that?
Yeah, I think every single year it's getting better and it's growing. I feel like the men's competition is continuing to increase. I noticed like for the second day on Saturday, there was a bunch of fighters that actually showed up that weren't there on Friday. So I felt like the individual divisions were getting big and the competition was really good. So I can definitely see it growing and increasing over the years.
All right, for sure. And did you have any students out there that you brought as well, or other teammates?
Yeah, so I'm part of Duvris, so we had lots of fighters there. But from my specific school, I brought 9 fighters with me, so it was pretty cool to have them there with me and to run around and coach them and stuff like that.
Alex commented, said the arena was awesome. Did you like the venue? What did you like about it?
I did really like the venue. I felt like it was easy for the parents and like viewers to watch because of the bleacher kind of
Mhm.
effect. So it's like a hockey and basketball arena. So I felt like it was really easy for the parents and it kind of kept people out of the way because it was so easy for them to just be on the bleachers and see everything. So I think it was a really good venue that they could definitely continue to use.
Some fighters like the feel of the ring being super crowded around them. Some people just want their space. Which one are you and why?
For me, honestly, I don't even think I've ever really thought about that. I feel like once I just kind of get in the ring, I'm just so focused on the fight that it's not even really something that I notice. Obviously, I like the noise. Like kind of it fires me up, especially if like a lot of it is like supporting me. But I never really took that into consideration too much of
Cool.
which one I
Okay.
prefer. Yeah.
So was this the last event of the year for you, or do you have any last minute ones of December?
Yeah, no, this was the last one for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to put my thing on D&D.
Right.
Focus. I don't know if you could hear the dinging,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, good. Well, so this is the last one for you. How did the season go?
I think it was a good season. It was a season for like growing and learning as always. It's definitely not like all of the results that I wanted, but I'm glad that I got to finish off the year with an open weight win. But yeah, lots of things that I learned and am growing in, and just looking forward to the next year.
What a with an open weight win for sure. I feel like that's the stamp of kind of everybody's all together, right? Do you prefer open weight or team fighting more?
That's a hard one. I really really enjoyed team fights, being with the team, but I really like the concept of open weight where it's like it's all on you. Like
Yeah,
there's no excuses. Not that there's excuses with team fights, because we are working as a team, but the pressure of open weight is a little bit different, which I feel like makes it a little bit more satisfying. I guess I don't know.
yeah,
I guess that's a hard one, but both are fun events. But like doing team fights with the squad is always fun from the
yeah,
beginning
for
to the end.
sure,
There's a lot
for
of pressure
sure.
with open weight.
I always liked team fighting better because I don't like I like I don't know, it's more fun for me, but I
Yeah.
also don't like fighting big people.
Yeah.
But um, okay, cool. Well, now when it comes to some of the things that you're looking forward to next year, what's your first event?
AKA.
Okay, cool. Like a lot of people, I know there are some pro Mac events, but that's typically more of the southern region of America.
Mhm.
What are your like big goals? Do you have any big goals for 2025?
I mean, I guess my goal is always just to go in there and win, honestly.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I have any set goals. I have some set goals of like the kind of fighter I want to be and how I want to represent myself in the ring, more so
What's that?
than
And what
the
are
results.
those? If you had to describe or paint a
Yeah,
picture.
no, of course. I want to make sure that every single time I go to a tournament, I'm leaving 100% on the mat every time. I feel like there's been some times where I haven't done that, and I still beat myself up over a little bit. But I just want to make sure that I'm representing myself, my school, and my team as well as I can every single time I go out there.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's my biggest goal.
Yeah, I think sometimes we like unconsciously leave a little bit left in the tank. Like even when you're working out, and then maybe someone prompts you to like, can you go a little harder, a little faster, and you can, and you could have been doing that the whole time, and
Yeah.
you reflect, and you're like, dang. So okay, that's a really great goal. What about so what are you up to now? Let's talk about just like Nico as a person. So people want to get acquainted. Are you a student or are you full time working?
Yeah. Well, I am I now own a diverse martial arts school, so I am a teacher, but I'm still always gonna be a student because I wouldn't be a very good teacher if I wasn't still a student, in my opinion. So I'm very grateful to have some great leaders around me and instructors around me that are still helping me grow and learn. And then with that learning, I'm able to kind of help out my students as well and help them grow in the same way. But yeah, I've had it'll be two years in February 15th, that I've had this karate school here, and it's pretty exciting because Toronto's like um, last year in Toronto I brought like 5 students, and now this year it's 9. So it's pretty cool just to
The
see
growth.
that growing, and then even next year, who knows how many I'll be bringing there. So yeah, it's always an exciting time when Toronto comes around because it's close to that year mark.
Yeah, for sure. And one day you're going to be one of those schools that like brings an entourage of like 40 kids to an
Yeah,
event.
that's definitely one of the long-term goals. I really really enjoy the giving back part of it, and the teaching side of it, and like seeing the sport grow and being able to teach others and show others the sport that kind of changed my life. So
Now, I know some kids are not really competitors when some of the reasons they do martial arts may not be to become a world champion or to get
yeah,
onto the mat. What do you tell the kids to get a feel of if they might want to compete? Well, as an instructor, what do you tell them?
yeah. I mean, my competition team is a really small group right now. I'm looking to grow it a little bit in January, but I really just ask the kids that I know are working hard and I think that would do well in competitions if it's something they'd be interested in, and I just kind of bring them in to our separate tournament team trainings and see how it goes. But it's definitely something that's not for everyone. I know that for sure. I have some amazing martial artists at the school that is just not for them. Sometimes the competitive side of it isn't for everyone, and they just prefer doing martial arts and
Yeah.
just practicing it like that. So that's totally cool too. But yeah, I don't really pressure anyone into it. It's just if I feel like it's something that they'd be interested, they try one or two tournaments, see if they like it, and then kind of go from there.
Okay. How many tournaments do you keep on your calendar for you and your team?
Yeah, well, we have like a team schedule almost as Duvers. So the tournaments that we go together as a team. I just got it a few days ago, and it's looking like we have like 10 team tournaments total so far that are kind of like our big ones, not mandatory, but the ones that a majority of us are going to. And then for me, it's probably looking around like I have 6 or 7 planned for sure for next year. So obviously, it might be a little bit more than that, but those are the ones that I'm really looking at.
Nice. And then you've been on Impex K Talk for a little bit now. How long?
Yeah, well, it started with Impex in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and then I took a little break from karate. But then when I came back in 2022, it was the Diamonds 2022 was the first time I wore the uniform.
What's that been like being on the team that's kind of now joined forces?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Sue and Rick have been amazing. Mr. Plowden's amazing as always, and yeah, it's a great team being like alongside Avery Plowden, and just being able to continue to learn from him. Him being one of those leaders I was talking about earlier, that I'm just continuing to learn and just like grow from hearing their experiences and stuff like that. And then even the guys that are a little closer to like my age that I've known for a long time, like Hunter, Michael, Liam, who was around. So yeah, it's been really cool.
Cool. Okay. All right. Well, when it comes to the Toronto Internationals, any feedback for the Pleiades?
No, maybe like some cannolis and pizza outside, but that's about it. No,
Some food, just
no,
some
yeah,
food
maybe
options.
some food. No, but it really was a good event, and I was happy with how it went. But yeah, like some more food would be nice. It's always good to have some snacks and stuff.
Cool. Okay. Well, thank you, Nico, for coming on to the Power Chat series. I appreciate you taking the time to tell us more about you and to reflect on the tournament that had a great turnout, it looked like.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it was a good time.
All right. We are offline.